هلو بادیز، خوش اومدید به یه ویدیوی جدید و رومخ از بازی Getting Over It with Bennett یا همون Getting Over It. این گیم یه گیم چرت و رومخه که اکثر استریمرها و یوتیوبرهای خودمون دیدید که داشتن بازیش میکردن و گیم پلیش رو تو چنلشون گذاشتن، مثل آریا کوکسر یا میا پلیز یا حتی کیودی پای. من گیم پلی اینا رو دیدم که دارن گیدینگ اووریت بازی میکنن و حتی دیدم استریم هم کردن یه چند نفری. و اگه کاری نداریم بریم توضیحات و وسط گیم میدن. کنید یه آدم از تو یه کوزه در میاد که از تو کوزه آب در میاد. دلیلش چیه من نمیدونم. طرف رفته تو کوزه، بالا تنه خودشو میتونه از کوزه بیاره بیرون ولی پایین تنه خودشو نمیتونه. What the fuck؟ یعنی چرت ترین گیم. بعد سازنده این گیم نمیدونم چی زده بود و با یه چکش اینجوری از مانه های روبرومون رد بشیم. آروم میزنیم، یکم بریم جلوتر. آها اوکی. گرفته بودا. اینجا باید گیر بدیم.
There's no feeling more intense than starting
easy. با یه حرکت اینجا هم رد
deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have. Or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute. If you won some money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red but it came up black. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it. If you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view. Starting over is harder than starting up.
آروم باش.
If you're not ready for that.
آی چقدر زر میزنه.
Like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're
داشت
about
کم
to
کم
do
کردیم آخه بهتر شد.
feel free to go away and come back. I'll be here. Alright. Thanks for coming with me on this.
ما هرگز ناامید نمیشیم.
Understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a safe place to stop with the game.
صدای لعنتی تو نیار، اعصابم خراب شد.
This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002 titled Sexy Hike. The author of that game was Jazzle, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products.
جر خورد.
In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of bound and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. That act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, is certain
چقدر
essential
تو رو مخی قیافت.
No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some dips are too sheer or too slippery, and the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of getting boots on everything. Anyway, when you start Sexy Hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree. A lot of people never got past it. Prod and poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength. Trying to find a way up.
دیگه.
And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise.
بسه.
Most obstacles in video game worlds
خدایا بسه دیگه.
completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct
بسه دیگه.
correct equipment or just by spending enough time.
خدایا بسه دیگه. ما خسته شدیم دیگه.
In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in Sexy Hiking is real.
با بگیر دیگه. جای لعنتی رو.
You just lost a lot of progress. That's a deep frustration. Feel a punch in the gut. Sorry about that.
آرام باش آرام باش آرام. دوباره اتفاق افتاد. یعنی گیم رو حالت وری هارده، اکستریم در اون حالته. زیرمون بزنیم. بار سب کن. اینجا محکم بزنیم. ببین ای رفته بودیم ایزی. لعنت بهت بابا. بالا.
Frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game path. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this map. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it.
Ya جلوتر دیگه.
But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past the new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real. In the video game world, you're building with ideas, and that can be like
یعنی چی؟
You mold your ideas into a certain shape.
چرا این گیم انقدر رو
In the
مخه؟
process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world. Not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
نخور زمین. یکی رو بگیر. آرام. ماشاءالله پسر. ریدم ای خدا. ای خدا. نه
This thing that we call failure is not the falling down, the staying down. Mary Pickford.
آرامشت حفظ کن سینا، آرامشت حفظ کن.
Two hours later.
ماشاءالله. بار دیگه. جون مادرت. نیفت. وای چه شانسی آوردم. بابا از اینجا رد شد دیگه. بی‌ناموس. برو بالا. رفته بودم. بیا پایین تر، خجالت نکش. بیا پایین تر. بیا اصلا برو جای اولت. افنه آهنگ زد. من این آهنگو میشناسم. چی میگه؟ آره going down the road feeling bad. میگه رفتم به اونور خیابون حس بدی داره. یکم بازم این به آدم انرژی میده.
Down in the jail on my knees. I'm down in jail on my knees. Down in jail on my knees, and I ain't going to be treated this way. They feed me on cornbread and cheese. They feed me on cornbread and cheese. They feed me on cornbread and cheese, and I ain't going to be treated this way. Ole, ali, ole.
خیلی باحاله. جون من.
$10 shoe fits my feet. A $10 shoe fits my feet. $10 shoe fits my feet, and I ain't going to be treated this way. Going where the weather suits my clothes. I'm going where the weather suits my clothes. I'm going where the weather suits my clothes, and I ain't going to be treated this way.
For years now, people have been predicting that games would soon be made out of prefabricated objects.
صداتون رو نمیشنوم. ایزی.
Because the objects in the stores are trash. I don't mean they look bad.
آره.
I mean they're trash in the way that food becomes trash as soon as you put it in the sink. Things are made to be consumed and used in a certain moment. And once the moment is gone, they transform into food. In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds.
چجوری اونجا؟
More and more refuge to this vast digital land called the internet. It now vastly outnumbers and outweighs the things that are fresh and untainted and open. When everything around us is cultural trash, trash becomes the new medium, the lingua franca of the digital age. You could build culture out of it, but only trash culture. Be games.
یعنی دلیل ساخت این گیم رو نمیدونم. چرا؟ آها فهمیدم. اینطوری بعد اینطوری، اینطوری بعد اینطوری، اینطوری بعد اینطوری، اینطوری بعد اینطوری، اینطوری بعد اینطوری. بعدش با چی کار کنیم؟ وای اگه میافتادم پایین دیگه ادامه نمیدادم. نو محکمتر. نه خدا.
2 hours later.
چرا این کچل اینقدر نکنه امون جانیه آخیش نه برو دیگه.
There's 3D models of breakfast, Gen X's fanfic novels, scan magazines, green screen Shia LaBeouf, and stuff scenes on live. Facebook's got lifelike bots with unbranded adverts and
Facebook?
Kanye and Taylor Swift mashups, car crash epic failed GIFs, Russian dash cam vids, discussions of McRibs, discarded, forgotten, unrecycled, muddled, rotten, untitled. Everything's fresh for about 6 seconds, until some newer thing beckons, and we hit refresh. And there's years of persevering, disappearing into the pile, out of style, out of sight.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
آقا من که تا اینجا افتادم میخوام تا تهش برم. بذارید برم بذارید برم بذارید برم. خدایا بسته دیگه خدایا ما دیگه خسته شدیم.
خدایا بسته دیگه ما خسته شدیم دیگه.
راستی یه چیزی بگم، هدفونم درست شد. درست کردم هدفونمو. بچه‌ها مرسی از اینکه تماشا کردین. کلی ارز خوردیم اما کلی هم کیف کردیم. واقعا مرسی از اینکه تماشا کردین و اینکه از همتون ممنونم. سابسکرایب چنل یوتیوب ما رو فراموش نکنید. فالو پیج روبینو هم یادتون نره، چون که نمیدونم تازگی اصلا هیچ کدومتون فالو نمی کنید، دلیلش رو نمیدونم. فالو کنید. لایک ویدیو هم فراموش نشه و اینکه فعلا